Donald Trump continues his transition to the White House, naming several key figures to his cabinet, and some of those names are causing some controversy. So far, Donald Trump has named Alabama Senator Jeff Sessions as his Attorney General, Reince Priebus as the Chief of Staff, and Kansas Rep Mike Pompeo as CIA Director. But it's Trump's appointment of Steve Bannon that's causing most of the controversy. House Democrats are asking Trump to suspend Bannon's appointment, accusing his website Breitbart News of being derogatory toward minorities. Donald Trump is meeting with several big-name politicians this weekend in New Jersey, including Mitt Romney and Governor Chris Christie. Trump's transition into the White House is our topic this half hour, and we want to hear from you on our Fox 26 Facebook page. You can also share with us on Twitter your thoughts. Tag me at Sally Mack, Fox 26, or use our hashtag Fox 26 Roundup. Joining us live in the newsroom is our senior legal analyst Chris Tritico, Democratic media consultant Mustafa Tamiz, and Republican strategist and public policy analyst Jackie Bally. All right, take it away, guys. What do you think of the team so far?
What Donald Trump is showing here and proving is what we've known all along about Donald Trump is he rewards loyalty, and that's what he's showing with these cabinet picks so far. But one of the things that I am pleased to see is his meeting with Mitt Romney, a harsh critic of his, but someone I think that both sides of the aisle would agree is someone who would be very, very good as a Secretary of State. And so it shows that Donald Trump is willing to look at someone who would be very qualified to be Secretary of State. Let's run down this list and don't spend a lot of time on any of them so we can get through all of them, as many as we can. Steve Bannon. I mean, this is the most controversial thing he's done so far with respect to his advisors.
He was actually on the campaign trail and came on with Kellyanne Conway, and when he and Kellyanne Conway came on the campaign trail, that's when Donald Trump was most focused. So people have a problem because he is in charge of a conservative column or a conservative newspaper, and they've said because of his conservative beliefs that they don't want him in that position. I read Breitbart. They don't say anything about black people, but it is conservative.
Is it because he's a conservative?
No. There's a lot of conservative. Bill Kristol, who is a conservative, doesn't have a positive view of him. It's the alt-right movement that Bannon himself has said that Breitbart is a platform for alt-right movement. So that means that he is supportive of white nationalist ideas, and that's the problem that most people have with him. The fact that he's conservative doesn't have anything to do with it.
All right, let's move on. Jeff Sessions, as Attorney General, Jeff Sessions was propped up for a federal judge in 1986, rejected by the Senate.
Yeah, and now we are putting him in charge of our civil rights, litigation. We're putting him in charge of Voting Rights Act. Jeff Sessions is going to be one of the worst attorney generals we've seen because he's going to move our country back rather than forward.
What about that? The criticism of Jeff Sessions is he's not going to be good on civil rights issues.
Yeah, Jeff Sessions, whenever he was up in, I believe it was 1986, you had some people in the Senate say that he used the N-word 10 years prior to that. I don't like it when Jay-Z used the N-word when he was promoting Hillary Clinton a week before her election, before our elections, and I don't like the fact that Jeff Sessions used it 50 years ago. But I will say what President Barack Obama said. The fact that he used it 50 years ago, let's see what he does now. Let's give him a chance to actually be in office.
Michael T. Flynn, retired Army lieutenant as Director of Defense Intelligence.
Yeah, at least he has the background. I think from what we've seen, he brings something to, he brings credibility to that position. You see with Donald Trump in his mix, he has a lot of new business leaders, but he has a lot of establishment, which is a healthy mix.
His views on Islam is not different.
The book that he wrote says that there's a clash of civilization and we should take on the entire Islamic world. So there's 1.6 billion people that Michael Flynn wants to go to war with. He was fired by President Obama when he was the DIA director. So, and most national security people feel very trepidatious about him because his close ties to Russia and his political views.
All right, let me go to hang on. Let me go to Sally. She's monitoring our social media.
Okay, Donald Trump up early, tweeting in just the last 20 minutes or so. So here are his latest tweets. He says General James Mad Dog Mattis, who is being considered for Secretary of Defense, was very impressive yesterday. A true general's general. He says numerous patriots will be coming to Bedminster today as he continues to fill out the various positions necessary to make America great again. And then one of the conservative talk radio show hosts in the country says that he trusts Trump's instincts and backs whomever he picks for whatever position. The man has a knack for spotting the right talent for the right job.
Well,
so there
we'll
you
see,
go.
We'll see where that goes. Let's see where that goes. Two real quick ones. I'm going to talk about Rance Priebus coming in as Chief of Staff. Less than two.
Excellent choice. He has very good credentials. He has very good organizational skills. He was one responsible for the ground game that helped Trump win. He is well respected within establishment leaders. Plus, he also has the ground game and the initiative that a lot of new people would like to see.
Look, I don't agree with him politically, but he's a credible choice, and he's a good choice because if he wants to work with Congress, that's the right move.
There's been a lot of controversy that he's bringing in a lot of insiders, Wall Street insiders, to bring in to do the financial side of the White House in Washington, and that's in direct opposition to what he campaigned on.
His entire tax plan was written by lobbyists. So on the one hand, he said he wants to drain the swamp. On the other hand, the Wall Street
the swamp is running the show,
and his family. So it's kind of like, I want to drape the swamp. I want my family to run it.
What about that?
One of the first things he did was remove all lobbyists from his transition team. So whenever he says he's going to drain the swamp, by making that move, he proved to his base that that's exactly what he's doing. As far as your comment about having Wall Street insiders, again, he has a very healthy mix of new people and people who know the system to work together to make sure that we run efficiently.
But if a Wall Street insider is running Treasury and Commerce and IRS,
well, first of all, we don't know all three of them are doing that. Those are names that we're hearing, and again, we've heard new people coming to the mix as well.
All right, we're going to leave it right there. Thank you very much. That was a rapid fire session. We're going to leave it right there. We'll be back next week wrapping up the hottest stories of the week.
We got a lot of names in on that one. All right, thanks, guys. We'll see you then. Happy Thanksgiving to you.